Everybody's
Cash
waking up to
Global
what's going
TV
on now.
subscribe.
Almost 3 years after her death, Amy's co-founder Samuel Reed would actually make a public statement about her as well.
Heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? Us from the future. They're from here.
Elephant in the room that everybody wants to know is, are you Jeffrey?
No.
Welcome back, Global Mafia. What's the deal? Today we got another compilation of non-mainstream news, conspiracy theories, TikToks that's gonna blow our mind. We're gonna disassociate from the indoctrination the system tried to give us. We're gonna get straight to the facts and information, not the set of lies that was agreed upon. Let's go down these rabbit holes, have a conversation in the comments. One person will never know everything, but as a collective, we can figure it all out. Let's get to this knowledge.
Cash Global TV
The YT
subscribe.
video is about to go up, and it goes a lot deeper, especially in the Trump Tower and the 666 Fifth Avenue. All you gotta do is search Real Moon Henry. But of course, don't mind me.
Millions of Americans are now moving to Mexico after this. So the Mexico's president has decided to roll out universal health care for all Mexicans. So now around 130 million citizens will begin to enjoy free health care for next year. That's literally half of American citizens, right? So why can't we have it? That's insane, but check this out. If she keeps this up, she might have to build a wall to keep the Americans out. Now that is insane, and the fact that we even have that on our minds, like that could be a possibility, is just so telling that that's insane that they have better benefits than us. See, now Americans are going to go to be illegals in Mexico. So now it's gonna basically reverse. So yeah, guys, what do y'all think about this in the comments? That's actually insane. And people are just pointing out Americans seeing both Canada and Mexico get free healthcare literally above and below, and we're literally supposed to be like the top country or whatever, and we don't have it, which is insane. But yeah, anyways, what do you— biggest elephant in the room that everybody wants to know is, are you Jeffrey?
No. Look, everyone's got a doppelganger. I've had Justin Gaethje, Ollie Murs, some really horrible ones that I'm not going to mention. But the difference is the chances of this guy living in a mansion in Florida in a close proximity to JE and also having the same tattoo. I mean, he's even admitted that he has a twin brother.
You have a twin brother.
I do.
What kind of a twin is it? Like identical twin? Or?
He's a fraternal twin. His name is Gary. We don't speak much.
Got it.
Again, I'm getting that.
I'm telling you now, this is so suspicious. Is this who we think it is?
Palmdale Peach or Palm Beach Pete is not E-Man, but with that being said, is he a piece of the puzzle, of the distraction? Of course. His piece was picked in the game, and his time of when he was going to arrive in this game that we call life was already set. This was already determined. His role was already put in motion. It was just time for it to get played. Now his card is up and he's performing very well, not gonna lie.
From the Natuna Island, and this was captured from a CN235 MPA camera, right? This is the original photo, which is apparently the real deal. This is the AI one that appeared on the internet a few days ago, and then it disappeared because the individual kind of info dumped, said a whole bunch of stuff, and then said, oh, I've been threatened, and then got rid of it. But this is the actual photo because the dates actually match up with the dates of what the AI version was talking about, right? Look at this photo appeared, right? That Natuna Island one is apparently the alleged legit version because all the dates match up. Now, this also goes with the info dump of the Immaculate Constellation leak that we had from 2024, which also info dumped a whole load of other information and photos. Whistleblower came forward to a YouTuber called Strange Mysteries, info dumped a whole load of information, images into his email, and then they vanished because of threats and so forth. All this information was leaked online in 2024 of all of these crazy photos of all these different aircraft and things captured on IR imaging. And then we got flooded with a whole host of fake information.
And just like that, Logan Paul comes out and drops this secret video of an alleged UFO, some alien propaganda bullcrap, of course, at all times, by the way. Of course, we got Bob Lazar and all the other gatekeepers saying like, oh yeah, this is definitely credible. I mean, it's 2026 and this is the kind of filth they give us to look at to say it's real.
Like the top of the dashboard, and they're like hunkered underneath the car, and they're whispering to each other like, I think it's out there, like I don't know what it is, maybe we should go out, and they're like kind of scared.
It's always three sides to a story. This side, that side, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. This footage has been out for years. I believe 10, 15. The guy was real reluctant. He lives in Area 51. Logan Paul snuck that footage. The guy, I don't even think knows the footage is out in the virtual universe. So I don't know. I'm still not saying it's true, but it's not as much clickbait as people are saying.
Williams. They got her too. It's the new thing in Hollywood. Total body transformation. Can't get over the boots. Literally can't get over the boots. She has come a long way since she was a little lad. Hanging with Oprah Winfrey. Actually, there's another connection her and Oprah have. Oh, don't do it. Don't you think it. If you know, you know. Anyone in the comments section, tell me what Peter Nygaard was doing at his island. There was something he was doing there for youth. And it really makes me wonder if someone took over business. Things that make you go, You know, I've always wondered. Haven't you? It's given vibes though. What do you think is going on in Hollywood, and how are these people changing? Everyone's saying it's the same plastic surgeon, but are they all doing it at the same time? While taking zero breaks from social media? Tell me what you guys think.
The inception of AI, a lot of jobs have gone goodbye. But more jobs might be on the chopping block, especially manufacturing clothing jobs. There's a viral video coming out of India showing how the workers are wearing cameras on their head so their hand movements can be recorded to train AI to do their jobs. Take a look at this viral video. Look at this.
Camera is recording all of their hand movements so we can replicate them for AI to do exactly what they're doing right now in these jobs.
This should scare the living hell out of everyone that is in manufacturing and everyone that has a position like this. And anyone thinking that their job is secured in the future, think again.
Are they not getting the concept that they are literally training their predecessor? They're not clicking, do they not have a choice? Or is it just what it's going to be? Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of jobs from AI, but the data centers are going to need to be run. People are going to need to troubleshoot the AI. AI can't maneuver in certain places. You see AI is currently hiring human beings, about 3,500 so far. So the world is just going to change. And you have to learn how to change with it. Don't be scared of being uncomfortable. If you're going to survive and you know how to survive, you'll be all right. Now the global community got your back, and we're going to teach you. And I'm not going to do it with no course or nothing.
Finds unknown structures beneath Antarctica, then lost contact and disappeared. Oh, the lore. So an unmanned submarine mapping West Antarctica's Dotson ice shelf reported strange under-ice structures, then went silent 10 miles beneath it. Oh boy. Vehicle called RAN had spent weeks scanning an ice area roughly 50 square miles, revealing patterns that upend simple melt models. Now, the work was led by Anna Wallen, a professor of oceanographic physics at University of Gothenburg. She coordinated the RAN missions in West Antarctica. Her research focuses on how ocean currents erode ice shelves from below, changing glacier stability and future sea level. Now, RAN's an autonomous underwater vehicle, a robot submarine that navigates alone under ice for hours. So during a 2022 campaign, RAN spent 27 days weaving under Dotson's floating ice, eventually reaching about 11 miles into the hidden cavity. Using sonar, RAN mapped 54 square miles of ice underside beneath Dotson ice shelf. Now, the maps revealed flat plateaus, terraced steps, and teardrop-shaped pits, all carved by basalt melting that attacks the ice from below. None of these were showing up on satellite images. Now, despite the loss, Rand's earlier missions transformed the team's view of how ice and OSHA interact in this remote cavity. But for now, the detailed maps Rand sent home are a rare window on Antarctica's hidden melt machinery, reminding scientists how much remains unexplored. But it really makes you wonder.
Obviously, right now, there's a lot of talk about the Epstein files. You comb through the files, and this article you wrote is Jeffrey Epstein, Black Budget, Biosecurity, Biowarfare, and the Compromise of American Public Health. Tell us about some of these various threads that you think are most interesting.
I was surprised. I didn't realize he was this involved in all of this stuff, and it blew my mind that he's working with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation at the time that they were doing that study, Disease Tolerance as a Defense Strategy. He's working with Bill Gates, Boris Nikolic, and they're talking about how, they could create synthetic biology and viruses. He says there's a question of time when the critical mass is reached and when something will go wrong. I bet that most likely something will go bad, not because of bad intention to hurt people, but rather because of the fact that biology is much more unpredictable and thus uncontrollable, and I often see consequences are opposite what we initially expected. And it kind of ties back to what you were saying. They still do it. They still work on this stuff, even though it could.
So I just found some leak never before seen footage from Bohemian Grove.
What again? What are your faces to my place? You with you as a movie.
For those of you that don't know, Bohemian Grove is this big, weird that involves men of power. Members include presidents, government officials, and business leaders. Honestly, with everything that has come out about the files this year, this doesn't shock me. Like, if they were doing, probably were. Honestly, I believe it. They definitely were doing some sort of initiation or something. This is like a hush-hush secret club. Like, what goes on there stays there. People have been over revealing secrets like this. So we only have this leaked footage.
Shout out to AJ to go Alex Jones. He has been had footage of Bohemian Grove. That's not the only footage that's out there, but there is limited footage. And when it resurfaces, it doesn't matter if it has never been seen before or whatever. There's people who need to be informed with it that's never seen it. I'm from Northern Cali, so I'm right around the corner from where that takes place. And there are numerous societies that we don't know. But the ones that we do know, we got to hold accountable. The 322, the Skull and Benone selection, not an election. Remember that. Left, right, same bird.
Medieval times is far from reality. Our hidden past was far from primitive, capable of utilizing their armors and arms like a Faraday cage, harnessing the electric power from the ether above. Electrified arms and armaments, and so much more. These were anything but a primitive people. These were the knights of the Tartarian Empire before the reset. Our history is far stranger than fiction. Research the mud flood and fall of Tartaria. Question everything, friends.
Real life, reason number 1. Scientology took me from my parents from ages 12 to 18. My dad begged to see me, and they threatened him with ostracism, punishment, and losing his entire family if he tried to push this. My uncle David Miscavige, Scientology's leader, made sure of this. And now, Scientologist Elizabeth Moss profits off of playing a woman escaping a even though she funds one and publicly supports one in her free time.
Y'all, he's actually dead. I confirmed it myself with police reports. And they're saying that the death was by self-unaliving. Don't comment on this video saying I'm wrong because the mainstream media hasn't reported it yet. Let me start to tell you guys how weird this is and why you should maybe know who it is. So he just did a live stream 2 days ago and was in very great health and very energetic. And it was 10:11 a.m. that they get a call and they find him and the thing that he used to take his own life. This is where it gets weird. So David Wilcock is known for a lot of different conspiracy type situations. He was on Ancient Aliens years and years ago, even till recently. But when he left Ancient, he was doing seminars by himself and talking about very, very crazy things like Looking Glass and other 3-letter agency activities. He also warned of something in the very near future coming, a great deception, you could say. Now, this information first leaked by people that were close to him, made it to Reddit, and now all sorts of sites, and I was able to find that exact police report. Now, disclaimer, I didn't agree with everything he says, but it's really hard to find someone where you can agree with everything they say. But one thing was sure, the path that he was on was he was going against everything right now that they are putting so much money behind to get us to believe. I mean, he even did this live talking about, is that guy the Antichrist? But look, the biggest thing is he had been in that game. There are probably NDAs that he had, and he started calling out everything for psyops the way that they actually are. With this big push for alien disclosure, it wouldn't surprise me if he came out and said exactly the way things are and what kind of entities are really ruling the earth.
Have on earth is a gift and a blessing, and I'm very grateful for that because frankly people are disappearing, scientists are going missing. Now they're saying they're going to investigate this. The president himself is saying they're going to look into this and see if anything's going on. It's a little bit scary. I gotta say, it's a little bit scary, but you guys knew that I might still show up even though it was last minute and I've had a really rough week. That's kind of like every week, but somehow we keep on making it through.
Be too much of a coincidence for people who speak about free energy and things of that nature. I don't even want to say it myself. Things that are being tapped into, the etheric grid and all the knowledge that the ancient ancestors had and possessed before us that they don't want us to tap into. When anybody gets too close and they're aware of it, they poof. I'm not going to say what happens, but you guys know. Spam it up in the comments.
Heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. P-47 is present plus 47,000 years. P-52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's a calamity, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't.
Now everybody's waking up to what's going on now. Almost 3 years after her death in 2026, just today, Amy's co-founder Samuel Reed would actually make a public statement about her as well. Don't tell me it's gone. Don't tell me it's gone. Hang on. All right, well, fortunately, I've backed it up, and I do have the files here, okay? She said, I refrained from posting this for 4 years since my co-founder Amy Eskridge was killed. If I sent these texts to her before I died, I would expect her to disclose them to the world for the truth to be brought to light. I no longer fear their death threats. God bless your soul, Amy. And I've got all of these posts here backed up in very large messages, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is what was said, all right? So basically it's a bunch of messages that she has sent him. So here it is. She said, FYI, I've been getting death threats every day repeatedly for the past week or so for my recent work. Like I finally crossed some line with my own independently developed theory and it got surveilled. It tipped me over onto some effed up kill lists. I left myself a voice note on my hacked phone about some super heaty shit that I figured out. And then the daily death threats immediately started rolling in on a daily basis. So she's saying she left herself a voice message about some really high level project she was working on. And that's when the death threat started because her phone was being monitored, so they intercepted a message to herself. She said, the past week has been absolutely horrible. I don't even know how to explain it. The most heinous death threats you can imagine. I've been telling people the closest to me over the past few days, I absolutely did not off myself no matter what you hear. I've told so many people over the past week that it's simply impossible to take them all out. God damn it. It was just everything Bob Lazar said in a technical sense in the Cornell, and said, the Corbell documentary, it was exactly 100% backwards. Ooh.
Global community, we're going to end it on that. I don't think it's nothing better we can end it on. That is the prime example of what takes place in the information sharing and the esoteric knowledge field that we're in. There is a collective group of individuals who have a vested interest in us not obtaining this information. It's very important to them. More important of them making sure we don't obtain the information, then I believe we even want the information that badly. I don't know if it's due to ascension. I don't know. Let's figure it out. We're stronger together. I am Cash, capital K, $ for the S. Let me know what you was feeling, what you wasn't feeling, what you agreed with, what you didn't. Hit that sub button. Pop out the intellectual street thoughts tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do this one time at least a day to give everybody the non-biased news, the things that the mainstream will not show you. One person will never know everything, but as a collective, we're going to figure it all out. And we're going to stay down until we get this knowledge.
I've been ambivalent. I'm trying to make a decision between pushing cream or leaving the game crispy clean. I want to make it to the Forbes list. Marble slabs around the